where I really wanted to get to. Sorry, I came kind of, it was fast getting here. But this is where I want to spend some time on. And this is the most important aspect of working with people here at Farm Bureau and in my private practice of doing a state business plan. And that's a tackle issues surrounding business succession. A lot of this starts with a conversation. And let me ask, does anybody know this nice looking family up here? No? All right, good. I don't know who these people are either. I like the picture and I stole it and I just didn't want to offend anybody. But anyway, so as you look at this, it's a nice looking family. You know, they're having a good Thanksgiving meal or whatever it is. They're all happy. Let me ask, how many people tried to discuss something important this year at Thanksgiving? Anybody? All right, good. I'm glad. At least in my family, the way it works, there's so much stress involved in these family events. You know, there's so many other things going on in the background. It's like a tinderbox. You know, all it takes is a spark, and that's all. It can go from this to this in a heartbeat. All right, so here's my 4.5-month-old son, and he didn't want to be in a reindeer costume. I don't blame him. But you know, families, you don't want to talk about important things when there's so many other things going on there. So when you say it and when you start that discussion is just as important as what you say. So what I recommend with families is that they try to be as open and transparent about it as possible. Where you run into problems when you ambush people, when you catch them off guard, then people get really defensive and it's a bad situation from the beginning. So, you know, for example, you might just call up your kids and say, hey, listen, Mom's going to cook a meal on Sunday and we'd like everyone to come over. We're going to talk about the future of our family business. And by the way, leave your spouses at home. Something like that. That way, everyone knows what they're walking into, and you can start off on the right foot. But once you start that discussion, a lot of that discussion will revolve around what everyone's future roles will be in that family business. You know, maybe it's time Mom and Dad start thinking, oh, you know, we'll scale back what we're doing. Maybe Mom will give up the books to somebody else. Maybe it's time for the kids to take a more active role. Or maybe they don't have children involved in the business. Maybe it's a neighbor or a young farmer that they're helping to get going, or a niece or nephew. Start talking about the roles that everyone's going to be playing in the future. That's important. Get everyone on the same page. Here's what I'm going to spend the rest of the time here talking about. This is what's called a buy-sell agreement. Now, a buy-sell allows you to create certainty for uncertain events that may happen in the future. Now, we're surrounded by uncertainty. We don't know when our time's going to be up. We could walk out the front door, get hit by a truck, and that's it. We have no idea. When, you know, an accident and a disability is not too far down the road, maybe. And we don't know if a family member is going to go through divorce or bankruptcy or any number of things could happen. But the problem with waiting until disaster strikes to negotiate the transfer of the business is that once disaster strikes, emotions will be running high. And when that negotiation starts, there might be one person or another with a little bit of the upper hand. We've got more people involved in that discussion. We might have the in-laws and outlaws and all the kids. It gets ugly really fast. You're setting yourself up for failure. What a buy-sell agreement allows you to do is completely script out the triggering events, or how the business will ever be transferred, and all the different details of how that will come about. So a buy-sell agreement allows you to negotiate it ahead of time. Set out the price, the payment terms, so that when disaster strikes, there's nothing left to negotiate. I can't tell you how important that is for the family. But it's also incredibly important for a business and business owners. Just knowing, you know, it lets you sleep a little bit better at night, knowing that something happens, you're going to be taken care of. So that's what we're going to look at here.